Hello and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our resistance run here. I believe this is technically on the live patch, not the beta patch. Although I think technically I started it on quote-unquote the beta patch, which was live at the time. I was beta patch. I did swap to the live version at some point in the run because the beta patches were beginning to actually get updated. And some of the stuff, while interesting, I think would be best to implement in a new run if we were to use it. So we're going to continue where we are here in what is currently the live version. If you're watching on YouTube, that's probably in the description on the version 1. So actually, before we get too engrossed on Earth here, we are expecting to have two... That's not one of them. Two alien assault ships coming in. They're probably quite a distance out, which is why I'm zooming and clicking on people. We're not finding them. That's not one of them. No. That one? That's one of them. So that's the 26th of January, 2042 is an assault ship. I remembered one coming in earlier than that, so maybe... Oh no, that's the other one. So 25th of September. So we need to be prepared on the 25th of September. We don't want that assault ship to land. Now, I suspect with our fleet around Earth, we should have no problem dealing with that. That fleet's not going to be a problem. The question is if the aliens retaliate before we deal with this one. Because it's a few months between September and January. So there is the possibility that we say, blow this one up, get retaliated by the aliens before this one arrives. And we do have to engage with one on Earth. So I just gotta remember, September. September is when the party's gonna get started around Earth again. In the meantime, what do I have going on as far as warship construction? We have ships being produced at Mercury to replace the Mercury fleet that flew out to Earth. Yes. And that's gonna be coming up over the next 116 days. And we have 2 troop transports beginning preparations to do the takeover of Mars. Okay. And that's 93 days. So that's about 3 months out. So that's kind of the plan. As far as improving our volatiles go, acquire more Mars. Make more volatiles that way. Otherwise, actually, I've seen the volatiles have improved a little bit. I think they've improved because a lot of the farms are coming online that we have in the new modified stations. We were down back around, I think, 5 again. Oh, it may improve a little bit more when this is done, because the farm here will feed the people. While everything's building, you pay the crew cost for the module. But of course, the farm, one of the modules in here is going to be a farm. It'll look the same when they're under construction. Administrative complex. There's agriculture. When that's done, that'll feed 3,000 people, saving us almost 90 volatiles a month, which comes out to almost like 3 a day. So our volatiles are low because we have farms that aren't working at the moment. We'll have more volatiles once it's done. We do have some orders already put in for our counselors. We'll probably let them continue doing what they were doing. Taking a quick glance at orgs for purchase. There is the odd org I'll try to do some rearranging to pick up, but I think most of them we're just going to ignore. And then we're waiting for XP to gather up on our counselors so we can make them more multi-purpose. That's basically what's kind of going on in the background here. Let some time actually start flowing. And we're going to get more and more reports on potential places we could send colony ships out to. I suspect I'm going to ignore most of them and just go to Jupiter for post-Mars. Probably don't care where that is. Yeah, don't really care where that is.
Lending my expertise.
Join the fleet next to you, please. There may be a couple that I have to do a transfer burn with, which will be fine.
Things are stabilizing.
So that's not the module that does much. We gotta wait until
neutralized key people.
the higher tier modules kick in. Oh, no, we cracked him on the place down. That's fine. Okay. And the bird should take that over. I'm purging. Why do I have a purge going in for India? Or not in Australia. You're probably supposed to be purging if I had tasked you right. The Indian point just got abandoned. Yeah.
Mission
Don't
cancelled.
do that purge. I don't need a random Australian point. 2-6 has arrived. That's not a problem. Well, it might be a problem. It might be a surveillance ship that we're ignoring. But right now, I'm more worried about the assault ships than the surveillance ships. Military escalation. We're just gonna let the military do some escalation there. It'll be fine. New base, not a problem.
Mission canceled. We found something.
It looks like most of our armies are back to where they're supposed to be. Construction's doing construction things. Yeah, we should have a few more volatiles once the bases are actually built that we're building at the moment.
Standing by for orders.
You're my crackdown specialist. Keep cracking things down. We want all of India if everything's going according to plan.
Targeting their center of power.
Ready to go.
Can I have you purge? Not Australia, although you should potentially get away with that, but India. In fact, I'll have you purge the corporations there. We'll invest a little bit just in case it doesn't go super high.
Targeting the opposition.
You don't have
Acknowledged.
purge, so that you keep going after the aliens. We're gonna wait to get rid of the alien instructions until after we've dealt with both assault carriers. Although I suppose I should start burning
Taking
the
it to
aliens
them.
in India. You don't have purge. Someone else.
Standing
You
by.
have purge. Yeah. Okay. Idiot. Identity blocks because its crackdown is 99. Okay.
We're taking power.
Ready for orders.
Can you stabilize India? Yes. I can spend a little bit of ops to make it a little more likely to succeed.
Restoring order.
And we should very quickly, if that goes off according to plan, have total control of India. And we'll be a little bit tight on the control points, but that'll be fine.
Offering support.
Breakthrough! So this is why we do have science and gears in the same place. So we could flaunt it, get a big science investment. We can campaign for human investment in space, mostly boost mission control for us. No, that's knowledge public opinion. Get off-Earth mining up by 5%, or ships build faster. Oh, it's a real toss-up between the last two here. Am I having a build time problem or resources? We're gonna go for resources right now. Bunch of modules completed a location. This is low Mars orbit. Is that probably... Oh no, that was the upgrade. They bring the secondary ones, okay. Ones I had at tier 2 for the duration. That'll be fine. Cool. We still have one module constructing, but we have the power for that, so it's not a problem. And everyone's being fed. So 3.6 in the tier 3 in the tier 2 farm. You're going to bring more crews. We're actually going to be some food short. Although I'd have to put more power. We'll just accept we're going to be a little bit food short, and that's costing a little volatiles there.
The situation remains chaotic.
Oh, I suppose actually technically a little bit of food volatiles short already, but... Oh, and you rolled basically the functional 0. Okay, do a repeating continue. Servants have something against Mongolia, apparently having boost capacity. There's our crackdown in India, so India's fully cracked down. We've completed operational misdirection, so it should be even harder for the aliens to gauge our true power. Dependent commands, ooh. That's 50,000 military. Not sure if I'm down to spending 50,000 military to get that right now. Yeah, let's finish the ultraviolet phaser cannon first. Quantum Gaming! A new strategy game is ready for release. Focus on the importance of ground operations, investment in mission control, small public opinion, or just make a detective, which is the initiative only choice. We'll go the bonus for mission control.
The LZ is secure.
There's our inertial confinement fusion. Project complete. That means in a couple days we'll probably have the follow-up drive for that pop. In the meantime, I should probably research the fusion pile. Not sure how far up the line we'll be able to get with the current tech, but we'll work on this one ongoing.
Our associates are now in charge.
We have 5 of 6, and we should have 6 of 6 real quickly.
We are in control
There
now.
we go. Oh, that took me a little over. I have control in Mongolia. Let's abandon Mongolia for the moment. That way, I'm not over, and maybe that'll convince something like the Germans to take Mongolia over instead of damaging it. Remember the environment. Interesting. Yeah, most of the organs in here we're not going to bother with. You can augment you. We could give you criminal. Lower security nations where unrest is low. Okay. Situation, investigate. Probably give you some espionage. Be a little bit more hidden. Okay. Actually, you're quick learner, so you can pick one up. Probably command there. And we'd still be short at that point. Okay. Now we need to give these guys more tasks. Given that we, you know,
We will see
are
what we
basically
can
at the
find.
limit,
What's
we
the up?
can continue to have control over India. And we'll get Mongolia back. Should probably not grab more stuff. Focus on
Restoring order.
stabilizing Mongolia a little bit.
Ready.
Here's America coming along. Working a little bit on welfare. Working a lot on environment. to lower the rate that we cause global warming. We got unrest here. Let's have you stabilize
Restoring order.
America. In fact, actually, let's have you stabilize India. We'll move the guy we have stabilizing India to America.
Will
Because
restore
we have 3
peace to
people
this
that we can reasonably
Ready to
do
go.
stabilization with. But as you can see, this one has only got a 6. It's a lot easier to stabilize nations
We'll
like
make
America.
things safe.
So we'll send the 6 to America. Whereas the potentially quite massive India, China take a little bit more skill. Confirm assignment, let some time pass. Forming Tethys, okay.
Offering counsel.
Receiving reports of aliens doing stuff in the EU, which doesn't surprise me. Honestly, I'd be more surprised if they were
Order is returning.
trying to do stuff in America.
Violence is abating.
Okay.
Order is returning. Target secured.
Okay.
We have found something.
And right now we're kind of waiting for techs and waiting for ships to build. That's one reason I was tempted to go with the ship build time. As much as we need volatiles to build ships, because just like a quick build time, or a quick turnaround from I invested resources and ship comes out of the hole. Okay, so there's the fusion pile. A little surprised we haven't been hit with the option to build the drive, but maybe we're just really quick at researching that. So we've got a weapon going. I think I've got a materials one going. Oh, I should probably grab the damage. Actually, is that damage against Megafauna? That's Megafauna, not the change project. Not the one I'm thinking of. I was thinking about the Xenoflora. Thinking about grabbing the Xenoflora one. Also, make a behavioral analysis would be tempting. Is there a Xenoflora one that I've missed? No, there's more damage against the Megafauna. We don't have a problem with? Okay. So I must have the Xenoflora one already. These are other drives that I've decided to pass up on. Some of them might be usable, especially if we got them earlier. Let's grab that one. I'll give this some more control points, allow us to hold more territory on Earth. And arguably, if you've got what you need to hold it, Earth territory is pretty cheap to hold on to.
Ready for orders. Investigating alien site.
Okay, here we go. Waiting for the aliens to plan, or waiting for everyone to plan. While we do that, we can just cycle through our counselors, make sure if we've got situations like this guy where we can grab stuff, we can pick stuff up right away. Might go persuasion here. Although you're the person I'm mainly doing, so you probably won't be doing the persuasion ideas. I'll go science instead then. Doesn't make a big science difference, but there's a little bit of science. I think that's the drive I'm thinking of. How much does that cost? New ring core. Other stuff's presumably being built. Yeah. So it's 150,000 for Poseidon Torch. How much is it for that drive that we just said is over it? 14,000. Okay, so this is a much more affordable drive to research. Not as good as the bigger one that we're researching, but if we needed something to get away from the radioactive cost, we can definitely do that. We'll hold off a little bit just because we don't want to necessarily run two drive techs simultaneously.
Offering assistance.
And I also want to kind of finish the Texas I'm currently researching. Ireland, under the control of the Protectorate, is launching a nuclear attack on their enemies in the Riada region. Attack is limited to enemy targets in the region. It's causing significant damage to the enemy. Oh, okay. So you're at war with Turkey. So you just presumably nuked Turkey. No. I don't know my world geography enough to immediately know where that's supposed to be. So, okay. No, it's finding me all the space stuff, not the city areas. Okay. Don't think it's any of our stuff, but yeah, the Protectorate's at war with someone, so they nuke someone. In presumably self-defense, because there's quite a few Turks in Ireland. So the Protectorate does not appreciate the servants taking over Ireland. And Ireland was nuclear armed, apparently. Probably only one salvo, but...
Things are cooling off.
Order is returning.
Oh, I now see the boom. Okay. So that's the region that got hit. Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they don't appreciate the servants. Wait. The servants nuked the... Okay.
Things are cooling off.
Oh, it must have been like defensive fire at the guys invading the servants. Looks like they hit the... looks like they hit the Japanese army that was invading that location. Okay. Yep, servants do not like me having excessive quantities
Score
of
one
booze.
for the good guys.
So there's the fusion reactor farm, so that's tier 2 fusion. That'll be one way to preserve fissiles for drives, is to try to swap over to fusion power for the
Recon complete.
Mars and outward bases. So I think it's might be the next cycle, might be when we need to jump the inbound. Investigate alien activity location. Go do
We
it.
will recon the site.
Then
Where to?
you probably want to keep attacking alien life forms in New Delhi.
Going in hot.
Yeah, so probably not this cycle, probably next cycle will be
I will help them.
the assault ship hitting Earth orbit. In the United States of America, we got another space defense online. Presumably quite a few more to go. New Orleans is next. One, two, three, four left. And then we'll have all its locations covered. Oh, interesting. Someone nicked you. Could the aliens be involved somehow? Possibly. I might have had you. Were you on? It's not showing as attached to someone, so it probably was on the bench. The bench stuff is easier to be stolen than to steal. Okay, low Mars orbit. You're gonna join 692. 692 is the other one. Okay, so we have the ships that we're gonna do our acquisition with. So these guys got 2 batches of magazines, got a coil cannon for bombarding, and have a couple marine assault bays for seizing. Ship construction-wise, out at Mercury, we've only got 17 days left, and that whole fleet should be formed up. That's probably enough time that it is a good time to go. Ooh, do I want to wait until after the assault ships come for this? No. No, I don't. Okay, so we can start assaulting Habs. We had a 93% chance just to take Montezuma base right there. This version is not really telling me what I would like to know, which is how much stuff it has. 98 volatiles monthly, so probably. Yeah, let's hit that base. Assault that base. Send in the Marines.
Things are stabilizing.
Captured by us. Is the mine intact? No, the mine got destroyed in the meantime. We definitely don't need that many skunk works. Okay, so we'll upgrade the heavy fission reactor array. We'll upgrade the... There's a far... Oh, it's probably destroyed. There's a point defense. Oh, there is a farm, so we'll upgrade the farm. We'll upgrade the layered defense. We're going to do an admin tower. We'll overwrite one of the skunk works. We're going to want a actual working mine. Former settlement mining complex. Yeah, settlement complex. That's the tier 2 version, right? Not tier 1, yeah. We're gonna need more power, so we'll overwrite you. We do have a space science lab. We'll keep the space science lab in the skunk works, just not to tear everything down. Although we probably want to upgrade the space science, we're gonna keep it. I think we still need more power. Oh wait, no, we got plenty of power. It's plus 87. We will have plenty of power. It's not working. Former skunk works. Okay, that's a power plant. It's a power plant. Oh, yeah, don't necessarily have a good way to clear the damage modules, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and grab that stuff, construction-wise. You'll power on as soon as the power's back. you know, I'll repair one of these. Not one of those. One of you, anyway. Yeah, so positive good. So we got positive 200 something power there. We'll leave the rest of the modules as is and wait for that to get rebuilt. You're not going to do a rebuild all order there. And we'll do a quick repair order, which is going to take a couple hours. And then use Hold different app.
Things are cooling off.
Now, if we get lucky, it won't actually break the mine every time.
Violence is abating.
Here we go. Another base handed over to us. Blew the mine up again, because of course it did. We're going to upgrade the farm. We're going to want an admin tower. We're going to want the mine working. Heavy vision reactor relay. We are going to overwrite one of the skunk works again. In fact, I'm tempted to overwrite both of them. Because we were keeping the research lab, it made sense to maybe keep the skunk works, but if we're not keeping them, then we're not keeping them. So, delete you. Delete you. So we've got plenty of power. Farm, vision reactor array, administrative tower. Do a layered defense over, I think, what was the old point defense. So power, defense, farm, mine, a little bit more power to keep everything positive in the admin tower. When we're assured that we are securely volatile positive, we may start filling in the vacancies in here, but that'll work for the moment. Okay. And then in the meantime, you go back and repair. And we can keep assaulting locations. We are starting to run into places where we're not necessarily guaranteed to succeed anymore. Like 90% was pretty good. I think we'll take everything that's 50 and above, and we'll have to do some bombardment on the rest. And or recruit more Marines. One of the two.
Target destroyed.
Here is what we have found.
There we go, taking over their base. This is the tier 3 one. Okay, that explains why it needed bigger Marine crew to take it on. So we presumably want to restore the functionality of the mine. It's got a farm to upgrade to an agricultural complex. We'll do that. You're an information science complex. We don't need to worry too much about you. Mostly just going to leave it intact. With the exception that we'll overwrite one of the destroyed modules with a battle station. Okay, so it is currently power positive, although only by 1 power. Which is, that's fine, that works for me. Anyhow, some of the stuff is going to be a little integrated, like the small surface to orbit Volter light phaser cannons are, yeah, they're what they are. At some point we'll redesign the base, but for the moment the base works. Maybe a little bit tempting to try to grab a Skunk Works. Although I need more power if I did that. We'll just leave it as is. The reason to grab Skunk Works is so that if we get one of the events can only fire on science gear habs. And then you do repair. Okay. Got 2 more possible targets. Or you've gotten better at assaulting, apparently. Because we're now going to place a couple that are 80s, so we'll do an 80. Halifax region, Canada is done. I think you're down to 1 region left. Yeah, Canada's just down to Whitehorse. Granted, Whitehorse is massive, so it's still gonna take a while. Destructive testing. Tell them to do less needless. Approve. Use the onboard defensive systems. Yeah, use the onboard defensive systems. 4,000 science. Okay. So they're coming for us, which, with all the destruction we're doing around Mars, is not surprising. They're going to the International Space Station. They're supposed to arrive in 7 hours. I think we can get there before them. I may be wrong, but I think we can get there before them. Yeah, they're supposed to arrive in 7 hours. We can get there in 6. Maybe go a little faster than that, so you can do some refueling when you get there. There we go. We're there, okay. We're gonna close you, close you. Anyway, we will engage if they're engaging. They're willing to fight, so we're willing to defend. So this is the rocket fleet. Rocket and missile fleet, torpedoes and that stuff. High wall. We will engage at full speed. That is the alien fleet. So our weapons are mostly missiles. We do have an ultraviolet laser cannon up front. So SRTs are the torpedo-armed ones. The M's are the missile-armed ones. So the bigger ships are the ones we probably want to dump missiles at. The smaller ones we want to dump torpedoes at. And if anything survives the hill of missiles and torpedoes, we just start shooting lasers at them, is what we're planning on doing. I have 8 ships with missiles and 5 with torpedoes. Let's do 3, 3, 2. And then like 2, 2, 1. And then any of these guys survive from the torpedoes. To be fair, the torpedoes are nukes. So all we gotta do is touch those guys and they're dead. The missiles are probably gonna have to get multiple hits, but the missiles are more about volume to penetrate the point defense. So, U3, that one. U3, that one. U2, that one. U2, that one. U2, that one, and U to that one. Okay. You've got your orders. Do I hit the accelerator? I think I'm gonna coast in on our starting speed. So yeah, basically the plan here is we're going to be dumping enough munitions out of each ship that they're going to have to shoot like 15 something down each per wave in the volley. So that's not going to be easy for even the bigger ships to point defense out. Yeah, it's probably okay. Bunch of torpedoes and missiles going away. the torpedoes running ahead, missiles are running behind. So if anything, it's maybe a little bit of an issue because we don't actually have the point defenses tearing up the torpedoes, which are a little bit less in volume. But again, if any gets through on the torpedoes will probably do the job. We got a hit. That's pretty bad damage to the Corvette. There goes the Corvette. Okay, out of the small ships, only the gunship remains. Some of the missiles are in their final approach. There goes the battleship. Only the cruiser remains out of the main line ships. There we go. Total victory. And other than the fact we dumped hundreds of missiles there, quite successful battle, minimal damage to the fleet. Rearm and head back up to intermediate orbit for resetting the situation. Failed for operations, yes. Quickly, actually... Oh, they immediately reassign themselves to rearm. Okay, so they'll be rearmed in just over a day, probably. Yep. 3 days for repair here. You got pretty negligible damage, so go up to the main shipyard at medium orbit. Take your sweet time getting up there, and then do the repair up there. Your launching to low Earth orbit will arrive 15th of October. You're on the way for low Earth orbit 15th of October. Okay, so we've pissed some aliens off. Another base conquered. Once again, they blew up the mine, which is the entire reason we went there. Repair the mine. The farm is intact, but presumably wants to be upgraded. We've got a skunk works. I probably want to replace one of the skunk works with a battle station at least. Your lab, they don't care about your lab, I don't care about your former skunk works. I went a little heavy on the skunk works here. But that's them, they can do what they want. Do I? Oh, I will need more power, so let's grab a heavy fission reactor. So, there's our battle station, there's our farm. We have enough power to power the things. Oh, I'm missing the admin complex that I want. I'll build it over a ruin of something. That should work, that should be enough power to power everything. Got the thing that busts the mine, the farm, defeat the people, a couple fission reactor arrays, and a point defense. So that should be fine. At least for the first pass. And then we want you to repair. 2.3 hours. And then go take the next base. Let's resume to Earth to figure out what we're gonna do with you. You could go assault alien stuff, but you don't have enough command to realistically get away with any of that. You're mainly an investigator, although you can do a decent task on Purge as well. Maybe we'll have you help a campaign in Russia.
I will try to sway the public.
At your service.
Here's a China one. Go for
Heading
that
to
one.
the LZ.
And we probably want EU, public campaign. Yeah, China wouldn't be a bad place for it. Go public
We'll
campaign.
make
China.
our appeal.
Okay. And then as far as the counselors, we're probably... Oh, we can grab... What? Might as well grab command on you. In case we do want to go after the Xenos instead of public campaigning. You grab more command. Here we go. And we're gonna confirm and let some time pass. See what we can do.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, there we go. So, we want these guys to merge up into a 4, and then we'll launch them to the other fleet. Like, yeah, we can take one basic. We can burn a little bit more fuel than that. There, a little bit quicker. Yeah, take like 1.27 days. That'll be fine. We can do a quick resupply and then we'll do the merger. Yep, there we go. More ships launching for Earth. I think I've pissed the aliens off. Let's be fair, I think I've pissed the aliens off. To be fair, this is me being mean to the Protector and the Servants. That's pissing the aliens off. So it'd be even worse, those going after the aliens. New base. Repair the mine, obviously. Upgrade the farm. We'll upgrade the battle station. I want an admin tower to overwrite one of you. We're still power short. So I can either upgrade one of the power plants or I can just drop a heavy fission reactor on one of the destroyed modules. There we go. That should work for what I want. In fact, it'll be a little overkill because we've got a normal existing farm, but it'll work for the moment. And you do repair. Okay. Then you're going to assault the next tab. 81% chance hab to assault. Go on in. They repelled the assault. Okay. So we do a repair and probably just try again.
Violence is abating.
We have moved the needle.
Violence is abating.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Now, in the meantime, this is really hurting our volatiles because these mines are not producing volatiles while we're acquiring them. While they do cost upkeep while we're acquiring them. Arctic methane! Might as well at least study it if it's going to happen. Here we go. Another base. Oh, this mine survived! Huzzah! And it's actually working right now. That's good to see. I probably want a battle station here. And we probably need a power plant to make that work. And we want an agricultural complex, which I don't see here having. And then I think that's the minimum requirements there. Oh no, admin tower. I want an admin tower as well. ooh, not quite enough power. So I'll need to upgrade another ruin to a power plant. And then that'll be excessive power, but that's fine. So we'll have the mine, we'll have a working skunk works, we'll have an admin tower, a battle station to defend the location from minor enemy raids, and then the agricultural complex to feed everyone. Okay. And then we're going to do a repair here. And you might have guessed by all the facts that I've been taking over more and more and more that I'd go and raid another one. However, I'm looking at the volatiles and I'm getting worryingly worried about how low it's getting. So we're going to hold off until some of those mines come online.
By the numbers.
And or in the case of this most recent one, the farm. Because this place is making 45 volatiles, but it costs us 16.1. And you might wonder why, and the answer is it's the farm. It doesn't have a farm. So we're having to feed the crew, and the crew's eating 16 plus volatiles being fed. Sorting the farm will basically remove the entire cost for this upkeep-wise, so this will swing from negative 16 to 45. So it'll be about a 60-point swing, which is 2 volatiles a day difference coming from that one farm. Well, I didn't account for any of them. Some of the modules might be eating volatiles as well, that aren't from crew upkeep. So I might be overestimating the volume of that farm. You're arriving at Earth. Are you the one I'm waiting for? No, you're the one I'm waiting for. Yes. Victor 729. It is time to engage. Send out Romeo 563 to engage Victor 729. Apparently we didn't refuel. Okay, so we'll want to come in a bit slow. Yeah, we didn't refuel for whatever reason. Yeah, our fuel hasn't been sorted out. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna come in slow. We're within 4.1 hours as long as we are armed. I hope they've put rounds back in the tube. Look at my fleet quickly and make sure I'm not sending a fleet. Oh, of course the fleet isn't rearmed. Why are you not armed? Nope. Bug up. Where are you? No, that's not the one I selected. That one. Aren't you at a station that had I think you moved to a place that's gonna have shipyards. It doesn't have shipyards, it does it? No, you're at the wrong station. Ah, the space works aren't. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a little expensive, and we probably missed our window because of the moving time. Yeah, 2.3 hours down there. Don't repair when you get there. I need you to resupply, not repair. Close. Resupply. Which, I think we missed the window, because it's 1st of October when that's done. Well, fudge. That was the weapons being done. Independent commands? Yeah, do independent commands. Yep. Costa Rica. Costa Rica, will you let the American Army in? Yes. Where's the American Army? Should be in Mexico. It's in Mexico. Okay. I think 6 armies should be able to jump that. And I've screwed up. So... that was a screw up. So this is going to generate more hate hitting them on Earth than doing them on space, is how that works out. It's not a really big problem other than that, but it just is. Okay, you'll be resupplied, and I might as well do the repair at this point. Because you missed the window of opportunity. So this is the problem running the game on high speed. Okay. Councils are going to basically continue their existing jobs, so that's fine. We'll go one more cycle, because we're basically just going to roll through the cycle here. We're waiting for things to get built. Resupply, in this case, do the repair. Here we go. So if I hadn't screwed up and sent them to a shipyard that has no shipyards, we would have been fine. I suppose we might as well leave them at low Earth orbit for the moment, because we get no shipyard at the shipyard.
Offering support.
Space defenses are online in Beijing. Beijing's probably got a lot to still build. Actually, can we get more off to... well, we'll ask actually with Russia. Russia, can you ask Costa Rica if they want help? Their friends arriving, yes. Okay, Russian army, go to Costa Rica. Or, well, the ones with boats can't, so this one doesn't have a navy. This is why I didn't immediately do the Chinese one, because the Chinese have even less navies, I think, than the Russians do. Okay, so they're going to be a little late. But they'll probably arrive in the middle of America fighting the aliens. Is probably the best way to do that. Seeing as I didn't immediately jump on the sending them over. And we'll do China as well. Okay. Where the aliens land is a little random, so that's actually one argument to get into Africa, because in the interior of Africa it can be a bit hard to just sign a deal with and deploy an army to. Yeah. So they'll arrive there. I think we're, at least if there's only one army, we won't have a problem with it. It's if there's more than one that will be a problem.
Order is returning.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Things are stabilizing.
I think it's the 10th of October. We're going to have a
their
lot
hearts and
of
minds.
friends arriving. Something's thinking. That was October when the low Earth orbit fleets were arriving.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so we've arrived, so when they step out of the ship, they're going to be running into American armies. So they'll get locked at 50%. Okay, so they've arrived. We're not immediately going to move to engage them. We're going to see where they go first. Or if they go anywhere. They've just decided to show up, they're fine. Washington, okay. That's annoying. Because the American armies are a little busy. Okay, so now we can go set up at medium Earth orbit. Which is where we'll go as in the fleet. Feel free to take your time. We do have another assault ship coming in. We should, assuming, well, probably could still fall foul the thing we just did, which is not intercept it. So the next one, we zoom out. I think that's you. 26th of January. Okay. So we'll have to make sure these guys are refreshed and rearmed like the beginning of January. And not go like, we're ready to go! And have no missiles. Like, we could have easily stopped that if there was any missiles in the missile tubes. If we just had some missiles in the missile tubes, we would have been fine. Instead, the United States Army's got to deal with them. With that, I think we're at a good place to put a part break in. We're about an hour in to the stream. I'm going to try to keep these parts around an hour so we can get some progress going on here. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. I might try to make the stream a little longer than normal, go for like a 5-parter or something. In which case there'll be more space between now and the end of the stream. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to sip a cup of tea, about half a cup of tea, and take a quick stretch, and then we'll be right back to recording. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.